Saturday, May 5, 2012. This is Mercedes Diesel Guy, and you're looking at my 1995 Subaru Legacy. It's actually been parked right where it is now for 2 weeks. I have had some problems, which I believe it's a misfire. I originally thought it was an ignition issue, then a fuel issue. Then I ran compression and realized it was actually mechanical, and it's in cylinder 2, which is front cylinder on the driver's side here. So most likely it's a burned valve or some kind of valve guide damage or something to that effect. So I thought about it, and it's always cheaper to fix, well, usually cheaper to fix the car you have than go out and buy another car. So besides, since I have 3 cars and I can't really drive any one of them, I didn't want to burden myself with getting another car and going through all that and trying to get rid of this one. So I'm replacing the cylinder head, so I'm going to give you a walkthrough guide of that today. It's not going to be a complete step-by-step, and in fact I may have to break this video into parts. I've never done this before, but it's just far too in-depth and complex, and you really should not be relying on a YouTube video to do the whole job. So I'm just going to give you a kind of a big overview of the process. So I'm not going to show you every single nut and bolt. So I'm working out of a combination of an aftermarket repair manual and the factory repair manual, mostly just to give me 2 different perspectives on the job. But the first thing you need to do in either case is relieve the fuel pressure. So what you do is, I've got a station wagon here, but I'm going in through the rear passenger door. I have the seat folded down. I've already taken the screws out here, so you remove the access plate for the fuel pump, and you just disconnect and pull out this connector right here, and then you crank the engine over, and if it fires, you just let it die. After fuel system pressure is relieved, next you actually have to drain the cooling system. And since I would like some more room to work in here, also to break free the crankshaft pulley bolt, I'm just going to end up taking out the whole radiator. So I'm going to drain that out now. I'm not going to give you a detailed process on that, and then I'll continue on from there. As you can see, the radiator's out of the car, and as you can also see, it gave me plenty, well, a lot more room to work with. So the next thing I'm going to do before anything else is I'm going to break free the crankshaft pulley bolt. Now what I do is, this is kind of a shade tree method of doing it, but I didn't invent it, not by far. This is the starter bump method. You get a 22mm socket, assuming yours is also 22mm. Just kind of take that with a grain of salt. Get it on the, I've got an impact socket here on the pulley bolt, and I've got my breaker bar braced against the driver's side of the body. So what's going to happen is I'm going to bump the starter, and the starter will turn the crankshaft, and the bolt will stay stationary and pop itself loose. So I'm going to do that right now. I don't actually have the clearance to get the head bolts out and then take the head off with the engine still in place. I'm going to have to jack the engine up. But before I do any of that, I'm going to get the intake manifold off and all the accessories here. So first thing you do is unplug the mass airflow sensor and just kind of continue on from there. You really need a shop manual to guide you through this. Even if I do this step by step for you, the video will take forever, and it'll take me forever to do the job. So I'm going to get all this top stuff off the engine now. Well, I have the intake manifold off, and I'm nearly at the point where I have to call it a day because it's getting late. I'm going to lose light probably sometime within the next hour, probably closer to a half hour. The only things I can really see getting in my way now are the AC compressor. I think I just have to remove this portion of the bracket down here because it is bolted to the cylinder head right there. Whole timing assembly has to come off. I have the crank pulley bolt loose, so I'm just gonna take off the pulley, take off the covers, remove the belt, tensioner, and then I have to get the camshaft pulley off of that side. and then release the engine from its mounts, jack it up, unbolt the cylinder head, and then start assembly. So I'll give you more video of tomorrow's part of the job, but just so that's pretty much all I can do for today. But I got a lot off the engine. I didn't even get started until late. It was 3:30, 4 o'clock before I got started. So I'll give you more tomorrow, overview of the process, and just wish me luck as I keep going. Thanks.